Today, it's a team of Super Bowl champions versus a team of college football national champions. Now, the team of Super Bowl champions is going to be the New England Patriots since they have won the most Super Bowls in recent years, and they will be led by Aaron Donald. It will be a collection of players who have won the Super Bowl trophy but have not won a college football national championship. The Atlanta Falcons will be the team of college football national champions as the Georgia Bulldogs have won back-to-back national championships, and they will be led by quarterback Joe Burrow. It will be a collection of college football national champions who have never won a Super Bowl in the NFL. Both teams will compete in a collection of challenges in practice mode, franchise mode, and a Super Bowl matchup to decide the winner. Starting with the team of Super Bowl champions, they have Aaron Donald leading the defense. He has spent his entire career with the Rams, and he is going to go down as one of the best defensive players of our generation. And by adding Aaron Donald to the team, we have crossed off one of 6 objectives we have to complete for each team in this video. After adding an award winner to the team, Chris Jones, Reggie White, and Frank Clark will round off the rest of the defensive line, knocking off another objective, which is to add a Hall of Famer to the team, and Reggie White does just that. With 2 objectives already out of the way, we are going to knock off another one by adding Von Miller to the team. He won 2 Super Bowls in his career, one with an AFC team, which is the Broncos, in 2005, and then again with the Rams, who are an NFC team, in 2021. Lawrence Taylor won multiple Super Bowls with the Giants and also won NFL MVP back in 1986, which knocks off another objective. Ray Lewis and Bobby Wagner will be the middle linebackers for this team as they both are Super Bowl champions. Moving to the secondary, we have Devin McCourty, who won 3 Super Bowls with the New England Patriots, which knocks off another objective on our list. Alongside him will be Cam Chancellor, who was a huge part of the Legion of Doom and the dynasty that never was Seattle Seahawks. With 5 objectives already off the list, we just need to add a #1 overall pick to this team. At cornerback, we have Deion Sanders, who won the Super Bowl in back-to-back seasons, Richard Sherman, who was a massive part of the Seahawks Super Bowl winning team in 2013, and then Stephon Gilmore, who won a Super Bowl under Bill Belichick. Moving on to the offense, we have 2-time Super Bowl champion Patrick Mahomes. He has become one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, winning multiple MVP titles and also winning 2 Super Bowl MVPs in his time. Backing him up is going to be another Hall of Famer in Peyton Manning. And by bringing in Peyton Manning to the team, we have knocked off the last objective as he was drafted first overall back in 1998. At running back, we have 3-time Super Bowl champion Emmitt Smith and Marshawn Lynch backing him up. Jerry Rice will lead the wide receiver group along with former Super Bowl MVP Cooper Kupp and Mike Evans. And obviously at tight end, we have to bring in Mahomes' favorite target, Travis Kelce. And backing him up is going to be Shannon Sharp, who won 3 Super Bowls in his career and is considered one of the greatest tight ends in NFL history. The offensive line combined for 7 Super Bowls, and it includes Jonathan Ogden, Joe Tooney, Jason Kelce, Alex Kappa, and Tristan Wirfs. Larry Zonka will be the starting fullback, and that rounds out the entire offense. Now, let's take a look at who they're going up against. The team of national champions is going to be led by Joe Burrow. He led the 2019 LSU Tigers to a national championship where he holds the record for the most yards in a single season with 6,040 yards, which knocks off one of our objectives, breaking a record. He also knocks off being a Heisman Trophy winner and being drafted first overall by the Cincinnati Bengals. Backing him up will be another Heisman winner in Cam Newton. The backfield might be one of the scariest ever in college history, with Alabama's Derrick Henry and Ohio State's Ezekiel Elliott leading the team. Both players won a national championship but have failed to lift the Lombardi Trophy in the NFL. The wide receiver core features 2 of Joe Burrow's LSU teammates in Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase. Alongside them will be Devonta Smith, who won 2 national champions with Alabama, where he won multiple awards in 2020, including the Heisman, the AP College Football Player of the Year, the Walter Camp Award, and many others, knocking off 2 more objectives on the list. At tight end, Darnell Washington won back-to-back national champions with the Georgia Bulldogs and was drafted in the 3rd round by the Pittsburgh Steelers. Rounding out the offense will be Frank Gore, Taylor Decker, Steve Hutchinson, Maurkice Pouncey, his twin brother Mike Pouncey, and Jedrick Wills Jr. Moving on to the defense, we are going to be knocking off the last objective, and that is to add a college football Hall of Famer, Roy Williams. He won the national championship with Oklahoma, where he was given the nickname Superman for his incredible leaping tackle that led to a pick 6. Minka Fitzpatrick will be the starting free safety for the team as he won a national championship with the Alabama Crimson Tide. Marlon Humphrey, Patrick Surtain II, and AJ Terrell will round out the secondary as they each won a natty with their respective colleges. The linebackers include Brian Arakpo, who won the natty with Texas in 2005, Joey Bosa, who won it in 2014 with Ohio State, CJ Mosley with Alabama in 2012, and then Patrick Queen, who was part of the Joe Burrow LSU team. Closing it out with a defensive line that includes Dexter Lawrence, Jonathan Allen, and Jordan Davis at D-tackle, and Christian Wilkins, Trayvon Walker, and Christian Barmore at defensive end. The first challenge is the punt return. The team of Super Bowl champions is up first, and Deion Sanders returns it for 14 yards. On attempt number 2, Deion is able to pick up 10 yards and then follows it up with 8 yards to put the total to 32 on just 3 attempts. Cooper Kupp will take the next 2 attempts, and he's able to pick up a huge gain of 18 yards. And on the team of Super Bowl Bowl champions' last attempt, Kupp was able to pick up 15 yards for a grand total of 65 yards, which is going to be tough to beat. First attempt for Devonta Smith and the team of national champions, and he's only able to pick up 4 yards. On attempt number 2, he fails to break a tackle and picks up 5 yards, but on attempt number 3, he's able to get behind his blocks and pick up 15 yards for a total of 24 yards on just 3 attempts. Justin Jefferson is up next, and he only picks up 5 yards on attempt 4 and closes out with another 6 for a total of 39 yards. The team of Super Bowl champions ended up winning the punt return challenge. Next up is the goal line phase challenge, where 3 receivers on both teams go one-on-one with the best corner. Starting with the team of Super Bowl champions, Patrick Mahomes throws it to Jerry Rice, but he's not able to come down with it. But on attempt number 2, Jerry Rice was able to catch it over Marlon Humphrey and getting them on the board. Cooper Kupp is up next and makes a great catch for a touchdown. He then follows it up with an incredible catch over Humphrey for their 3rd touchdown. Mike Evans is next, and he jumps up and grabs over Humphrey for an unbelievable catch. But on attempt number 6, Evans fails to hang on to the pass by Mahomes. The team of Super Bowl champions were able to score on 4 out of 6 attempts, and we now have the team of national champions up next. Starting quarterback Joe Burrow lobs one up to Justin Jefferson, and he's able to beat Richard Sherman for a touchdown. And on attempt number 2, Jefferson does it again and catches it for a touchdown. Jamar Chase is up next, and Burrow puts the ball in a perfect spot for a touchdown. On his next attempt, Sherman swats it away, but Chase finds a way to make the catch for a touchdown. So far, the team of national champions are perfect, but on attempt number 5, Devonta Smith is not able to come down with the ball. It all comes down to this last pass. Joe Burrow steps back and lobs one up, and Devonta Smith makes a great catch for a touchdown. The team of national champions were able to complete 5 out of 6 passes to win the goal line phase challenge and tie the series up at 1. The passing challenge is next, and whichever team tallies up the most yards wins. If a quarterback gets sacked, it'll be minus 5 points, and if a quarterback throws an interception, it'll be minus 10 points. On the Super Bowl champions' first attempt, Patrick Mahomes finds Travis Kelce over the middle for 9 yards. And on attempt number 2, Mahomes goes right back to Kelce, this time for 14. Why fix something that works so well, going right back to Kelce for 17 yards for a total of 40 yards through 3 attempts. And with just 2 attempts left, Mahomes finds Shannon Sharp for a small gain of 13 yards, and then follows it up with another 15 yards for a grand total of 68. We now have Joe Burrow on the team of national champions, and he goes underneath for 9 yards. On attempt number 2, Joe Burrow finds Justin Jefferson for a solid gain of 23 yards, and then follows it up with a completion to the tight end for 9 yards. The team of national champions need 28 more yards on these next 2 attempts to win this challenge. Joe Burrow steps back and finds Justin Jefferson over the middle for 29 yards. And now have a total of 69 yards. All they need to do is avoid a sack or an interception to win the passing challenge, and he does just that, finding Justin Jefferson for 27 yards and a total of 96 yards to win the passing challenge. They now lead the competition by a score of 2 challenges to 1. Next up, we have the franchise challenge. Whichever team, the Super Bowl champions or the national champions, has the best record at the end of the season will win this challenge. Through 7 games, both teams are undefeated with a 7-0 record. Mahomes is having an amazing start to the season with 2,000 yards, 20 touchdowns, and just 4 interceptions, while Emmitt Smith is leading the NFL in rushing yards with 836. Reggie White and Lawrence Taylor both have 10.5 sacks each so far. As for the team of national champions, Joe Burrow is having a great season so far, throwing for 2,300 yards and 26 touchdowns already. Justin Jefferson is currently leading all receivers with 630 yards and 4 touchdowns. And now, sitting to the end of the season, can both teams remain undefeated? And only the team of Super Bowl champions were able to remain undefeated, finishing with a 17-0 record, while the team of national champions finished with a 16-1 record. This means that the team of Super Bowl champions win the franchise challenge and tie the competition with 2 challenge wins each. Joe Burrow led the NFL in passing yards and passing touchdowns this season, while Derrick Henry has 1,600 rushing yards and 32 touchdowns on the year. Justin Jefferson, Devonta Smith, and Jamar Chase all had over 1,000 receiving yards on the season, and Brian Urach finished the season with 21.5 sacks. Mahomes led the Super Bowl champions to an undefeated record by throwing for 4,700 yards and 43 touchdowns. Emmitt Smith led the entire NFL with 2,400 rushing yards and 33 touchdowns, while Rice, Kelce, and Kupp had solid seasons. Lawrence Taylor and Reggie White tied for first in the NFL with 25.5 sacks each. After simming the rest of the playoffs, both teams are in the Super Bowl, and this is how we are going to decide the rest of the competition. The final challenge is a Super Bowl matchup where we have Patrick Mahomes leading the team of Super Bowl champions going up against Joe Burrow and the rest of the college football national champions. The first play of the Super Bowl, Mahomes is able to find Emmitt Smith, but he picks up no yards. The team of Super Bowl champions fails to convert on a 3rd down, forcing them to punt the ball to Joe Burrow and the team of national champions. On 2nd down, Burrow gets hit as he throws, and Lawrence Taylor is able to get an interception. What an unbelievable play by Lawrence Taylor picking off Joe Burrow. Patrick Mahomes has another chance to get the team of Super Bowl champions on the scoreboard with great field position. A few plays later, Emmitt Smith rushes in for the first touchdown of the game, but Joe Burrow is able to lead his team down the field and rushes in for a touchdown of his own to tie the game. game. The score heading into halftime is 17-7 thanks to another touchdown run by Emmitt Smith. The team of Super Bowl champions kept their foot on the gas in the second half with yet another rushing touchdown by Emmitt Smith. Derrick Henry was able to score a touchdown halfway through the fourth quarter, but it was not enough to make the comeback as the team of Super Bowl champions win yet another Super Bowl, but more importantly win the entire competition by a score of 3 challenge wins to the national champions too. If you enjoyed a video just like this one, make sure you go check out where I had a team of loyal players going up against a team of traitors. We'll see who won that competition.